we are thinking something like this, right about here. And you're cool.
I hear everybody laughing back on.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. First of
Hi,
all, I'm
Lizzie.
happy here today.
Thank you.
My question would be, what is the worst prank that Jared and Jensen have pulled on you since you've joined the cast?
I mean, I guess that's up for debate. Or worse prank. You know what? They haven't like filled my car with anything. You know, they haven't like abandoned me at a location or something. That's true. That's very true. I doubt they're backstage like writing notes though. It's like has fear of being abandoned. Check. I think the funniest one for me was the dicks. They're just like, they were giving me the video of my mom who sends me this beautiful message about how Jack's gonna be fine and whatever, and open it up, it's just a bunch of penises. I thought that was like, that one took the most planning. It took a little bit of like deception and dedication. You know, we had to coordinate with the IT guy to make sure that there were enough dicks to fill up the screen. So really, you just gotta respect the game at that point. You could be angry, but instead you should just be thankful that they want to mess with you that badly, that they're willing to sacrifice time out of their day. You know, so you gotta appreciate it. You know? Yeah, thanks.
He died though, right?
He died in 1886, the year after 1885.
Well, historians still argue.
It's just unusable.
It was good. Anyway, sorry.
I think we all want to know some of the pranks Jared and Jensen pulled on. Yes!
Have you guys ever thought about the fact you're like, we like watching people get tortured? Sure, so let me just say right off the bat, very respectful, very professional work environment. A couple first days on the job, I'm like, this is a dream. The one I'll say the one I told earlier. So in it's the second and third episode. I'm just gonna talk to you now, get the exact plot points. So basically, Jared shows me a video of like the video of my mom, which is supposed to be really beautiful and heartfelt, and obviously Courtney kills it. So they let me do the first take. I open the laptop, it's my mom. She's beautiful and she's crying and it's nice. And then around the second or third take, Jared just brings the laptop in.
Anyway, I brought you something. Please, have a seat. Before you were born, your mom left you a message. And I know you have a bunch of questions. Hopefully this is the start. Right, yeah, here, I'll, there you go.
And obviously Courtney kills it. So they let me do the first take. I open the laptop, it's my mom. She's beautiful and she's crying and it's nice. And then around the second or third take, Jared just brings the laptop in. And I'm like, okay, like about to see my dead mom. Open the laptop up, bunch of dicks. Let me just say, very professional work environment.
It's very complex. Mm-hmm. The pizza man truly loves this babysitter. Why does he keep slapping her rear? Perhaps she's done something wrong. You watching porn?
You probably can't do that at your job because you're like, I might get fired for this. I was actually very concerned that I was going to get fired because I was laughing too much. They're like, this guy can't get through a take without laughing. Like, something's wrong with him. Yeah, there's one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Has anybody done that to you guys? Just curious.
Sorry. He's gone. Let's keep looking. Found him.
Oh,
Hi.
Hello.
My question is, how does it feel to be the target of all of Jared and Jensen's pranks?
I feel like fodder, you know? Yeah, I just know that if the two of them are in a scene together, that like, there's a good chance that like something's coming my way. So I just have to prepare, right? It's like, I'm just constantly prepared to like get jumped, you know? I'm just like, what are they gonna do? Just like, what's that? Is that a dick joke? Yeah. PTSD, but not. But like a fun one, you know?
Thank you.
All right, we're good to go. Really?
Yeah, Sheriff gave her the old Alabama slammer. I'm pretty sure she's in love.
The Alabama Slammer. We haven't done that in years. Good luck.
I was wondering if you could tell us about any pranks that Jared and Jensen have pulled on you.
Well, if you guys have been keeping up with the show, I've been on a little bit of a break. People have been trying to find me, which hasn't been going particularly well. I've been saving this story, so I maybe have to give you a demo. So, in the fall, Jared and Jensen were nice enough to be like, hey man, would you like to come have dinner with us? And what would you guys have said? Sure! I heard a no back there. Someone was like, no dude, no dinner for me. So they took me out to dinner, which was really nice, and the bill comes, and I go like, oh, like here's my card, like I want to make sure I'm at least getting some of this, like out of respect, it's nice. So then I turn to my left, and I hesitate just for the quickest of moments.
Don't you think about it too long. You know what they say, he who hesitates disintegrates.
And I turn back, and Jared has sliced my credit card in half. So, this is not an on-set prank. This is them pranking my real life now. Bear with me for a second.
You can have the couch if you want. I don't sleep much.
Oh, I don't sleep at all.
It begins.
This is the actual half that I've been too lazy to get rid of. So, yeah, that's the best I got for you. Thanks, Jared.
Yep. All right, here we go. Lock it up.
Hang on.
No. I'll handle it. You stick with the kid in case he,
Okay.
Hi, my name's Nicole.
I'm Jared.
Nice to meet you again.
That's Jensen.
Hi. I didn't know that. But, so we all know that you guys are big pranksters on the sets, and since Jack's a new character, what are some pranks that you have pulled on him?
Not so much pranks specifically, but just really trying to break him, a la Misha.
Someone's dead, Cass. You stick with the kid in case he...
It's so not fair because they don't see what you're doing and they just think it's unprofessional.
We're on camera. So much so that when we finally all worked together, Misha was so relieved that there was somebody else to be our victim as opposed to just him. I think, so we talked to Phil Sagrisha, who does all the gag reels, and apparently there's going to be a whole spliced together scene of Alexander's sort of initiation, his hazing. And I think we've been begging for years for a super long gag reel because there are hours and hours of gags. So hopefully they
I don't know if I'd call it hazing so much as
Torture?
a welcome package.
That works too.
Thank you.
You should see some on the gag reel.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
Let's just say that it's the first time that they've actually had to wrap Jared and myself for the day just in order to get another person's coverage. And it was simply in an effort to get us off the set because the other person could not perform with us present.
And hopefully Alex starts coming and visiting you guys here. He's going to have some good stories, because also this is, I think, his first series regular gig. He's been on a lot of the shows on CW. He's worked, but he was so mortified because all of his takes, we'd make him laugh, and he's like, "They're going to see this. I'm never going to work again." Like this is, and we're like, "Don't worry, all of your bosses know that we're assholes. So just don't." Yeah, let's hear it for assholes. Woo!
Okay, so who's driving? That's him. That's Dave Mathers. Holy crap. What? That's Dave Mathers. I just said that. Dave Mathers? Yeah. Cowboy, outlaw, member of the Dodge City gang?
Hi.
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 My question is, what is the best prank you pulled on Alexander?
Hey, by the way, round of applause for Alexander. I think y'all are the first. I think y'all are the first people to meet him, right?
No, second.
Yes, second. Yeah, I feel, so we've had people on the show who talk about it's really intimidating to come on our show, which is funny because we're like, what the fuck? My microphone is broken. We're like, what are you talking about? We're goofy, we're silly. But I think they're like, well, listen, you guys are so comfortable with the crew, you know everybody by name, you know their kids, their wives, their husbands, their friends, so it's difficult to walk onto the show and kind of immerse yourself. You know, we're making jokes before takes and during takes, and everybody's like, oh, I don't know what to do. So he came on the show, and he's a very hardworking guy. He's a lot like Misha, where he came on, he's playing a character that's different than himself, and he's a serious actor, and then he shows up and films with us, and Jensen's talking about like raping.
Son of a bitch.
Some stuff. And Baby Driver and Baby Driver and Misha found a friend.
Before the deputy was killed.
Holden, who's driving? That's Baby Driver. Come on, Doc. Holden, who's driving? That's Baby Driver.
So we don't really, these days we don't prank specifically. We more just kind of mess with them while they're on camera, which is really an awful thing to do to another human being, but suck it, however.
Misha said on Friday, he said that when you first started working on the show, that we were being such idiots and being so not professional. And he said that to himself, he was thinking, he's like, oh my gosh, is this actually what's happening here? Like, is this, how does this happen? Like, how do they get any work done? Like, I can't believe that these guys are just like this loosey-goosey on set and like aren't really like concentrating. And that was when he first came on. Now he says if we are concentrating and serious, he doesn't know how to do his job. He's concerned. He's like, oh God. It's like, what's going on? Something's wrong. They're not trying to pull my pants off. They're not kicking me as I walk by them anymore. Why? What is happening?
All right, we're good to go. Really? Yeah. The sheriff gave her the old Arabian goggles.
This is right about the time where Alex is like, wait, how many episodes do I have to do this year?
I just love that we've created an environment like that where people are nervous if they're not being abused.
Yeah. Spade has said the same things. He's like, why aren't y'all messing with me? What's going on? Like, what's y'all's dastardly
Which
plan?
is the ultimate prank. It takes a while, and you really have to commit to it, but eventually the payoff is just not doing anything.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Love you back.
Hi. Hi. Had you known back when you auditioned how much Jared and Jensen would prank you, torment you, fondle you, and do the flirty look to break you, would you still have signed up for the role, or would you have saved yourself the trouble?
We were shooting a scene last night before our road trip started. And in my close-up, shock and surprise, Jared and Jensen were standing on either side of the camera. The camera was pointed at me. And right as I was approaching the camera with my dramatic walk-up, I was walking up, delivering a line, which, by the way, in the whole scene, I only had one of. Walking up, delivering my line, and just as I started moving, they would pass a prop in front of the lens.
No one's even seen God. The whole thing remains mysterious. What are you doing to my foot?
What? Just the tiny matter of...
Why are you laughing? Oh man, did they put out new pages?
New what? Yeah, oh, we skipped right past a whole bunch of shit, but I was going with it.
And we had to do it so many times. And Dave, our dolly grip, the guy that pushes the apparatus that the camera's on, said, don't they want to go home too? It was the last shot of the night. And everybody, the entire crew, would be able to go home for the weekend if they would stop fucking around. And yet they get such pleasure out of that that they didn't care that they were holding up their own weekend. And rather than when I finally, they would pass a prop and then they'd start giggling. And in that moment when they were giggling and so, what is that? They were self-satisfied or whatever. In that moment before they figured out what the next thing they were gonna pass would be, I just tried to very quickly walk up and say my line. Like in that window, I caught a window and I got it out. And the director, Phil, instead of yelling cut, he said, okay, we can finally go home.
Jared Padalecki is a monster.
Did I skip?
No, I don't know.
It was Jared.
I skipped a line and then I went backwards.
This is part of this. This is the rewrites. These are the new pages.
I'll do.
I'm really confused now.
Do the Padalecki
Go back
thing.
to being Kes, and then before the fake Misha.
No, you keep
okay,
that.
Misha.
They do wear us down. Yeah, there have been a few times. Nina she's directed a few episodes with us, and she's just lovely. She's kicked them both off set, and had me just do my stuff without them. And that's actually, of course, so much easier. And recently, this fall, we were shooting a scene with Alex, and some of the ribbing and fondling and et cetera that you mentioned has been mercifully transposed onto Alex.
Okay, well, what about the ghoul? I can stay here.
I'll handle that. Besides, you need to be with the kid in case he, Wraiths.
Okay. Actually, I think I might have PTSD. I'm working on this show. Okay.
And so I think perhaps I was taking a bit of perverse glee in that myself. Perhaps I was joining in as well. And then Nina said, "All right, that's it. I want you guys out of here." And I was like, "Finally, Alex and I are going to be able to do this scene like grown-ups." And she said, "Misha, you too." And it was like a knife in my heart. I had become the enemy.
So would you have taken it? You never said yes or no, whether you'd still take the role.
Well, some of the fondling has been nice.
This is it. From yesterday, before the deputy was killed.
Holden, who's driving?
That's Baby Driver.
Come on, Doc. Holden, who's driving?
That's Main Driver.
It's getting worse, not better. That's the problem.
Hey, it never gets better.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on.
You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.